Whenever I have a call with a client wanting to settle their IRS debt, one of the first questions that I get from the taxpayer is, Bert, I owed the IRS $20,000 a couple of years ago or 3 years ago, and now I owe them $30,000. How come did my debt with the IRS go up so high and so quickly? Well, there are three penalties that you need to be aware of. You have the failure to file, you have the failure to pay penalty, and you also have the failure to deposit. We're not going to talk about the failure to deposit because that deals with payroll taxes if you own a business and so forth. So I'll do a video along those lines, later on in the week. But the two main ones that you need to be aware of is the failure to file and failure to pay. The failure to file penalty is nothing more, nothing less that you fail to timely file your tax return with the IRS for the given year that you're being charged that penalty. The failure to file penalty is a 5% penalty per month to a maximum of 25%. So those numbers can add up very, very quickly. In addition to that, if you fail to file promptly, and you also along the way fail to pay, then there's a 0.5% penalty that gets attached to that, and that continues on a monthly basis as well. Now, if you have a failure to file, which is 5%, and then a 0.5% for failure to pay, that would be 5.5%, but the IRS will not charge you any more than 5%. So they'll break it down to 4.5% for the failure to file, and then 0.5% for the failure to pay. So what I suggest for each and every one of the taxpayers that may be watching this video is that if you're having problem paying the IRS and you don't want to file, make sure you file. I don't care if you file. Make sure you file timely because at least you're going to avoid that 5% penalty per month. Now, if you can't pay the IRS, that's okay. There's always things that can be done, different types of settlements that I can help you with, but make certain that you always file your tax returns promptly because otherwise you're going to get into this high liability as well. Now, in addition to the failure to file and failure to pay, you have the interest rate that is charged on your debt on a monthly basis, and that changes. That could be anywhere between 6.5 to I've seen it as high as 8.5% charged by the IRS on top of all the penalties that you're already being charged. So if you owe them money, try to do something right away. If you owe them money today, make sure that you give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to give you a free consultation to give you some ideas as to what may be plausible in your situation. You have my information there on the screen. My name is Bert Salazar, and you can reach me either by telephone number at area code 888-477-0108, or you can also shoot me an email at Bert, B-E-R-T, GablesTaxGroup.com, and I'll be more than happy to help you. So have a great time. Make sure you take care of the IRS, and you can have a much better life moving forward into the future. Thank you, and talk to you soon.